Students, already we learned about parabola and ellipse. Today we are going to learn about hyperbola. The concept of conic is SP by PM is equal to E. For hyperbola, the Z value, the eccentricity will be greater than 1. So from this what you can say is SP is greater than PM. Now we can see the types of hyperbola. We have two types. In each type, two subdivisions we have. The first type is x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. Here the center will be origin as well as the transverse axis along the x-axis. Transverse axis means this axis. The axis where we have the vertices. Okay. And the diagram will be like this. X-axis, y-axis. The center is origin. The vertices are plus or minus a comma 0. That is a comma 0 here. Minus a comma 0. Then foci is plus or minus ae comma 0. Here we have ae comma 0. Here minus ae comma 0. This ae can be written as c also. Okay. So what we have written here, then the directrices are x equal to plus or minus a by e. Here we have x equal to a by e. Here x equal to minus a by e. Then the other formulas are equation of lattice rectum is x equal to plus or minus ae. Length of lattice rectum is 2b square by a. Length of transverse axis, that is the distance between a dash is 2a, and the length of conjugate axis is 2b. That is along the y axis we will have 2 points b dash like that. Its distance is only 2b. So now for the same type, if the center is not origin means we will say the transverse axis parallel to x axis. And the equation will become like this. Instead of x, you have to put x minus h. Instead of y, you have to put y minus k here. Okay. Here, instead of x, you have to put x minus h. Y, we have to put y minus k. And the diagram will be like this. X-axis, y-axis. You have to mark the origin. Then plot the center, h comma k. At this point, mark another, that is draw another one set of axis. X dash, y dash. Then here only we will have the vertices, foci, everything. Okay. So the formulas are like this. Center is h comma k. Vertices h plus or minus a comma k. Foci h plus or minus ae comma k. Otherwise instead of ae you can write c also. Equation of lattice rectums are x equal to h plus or minus ae or x equal to h plus or minus c. Equation of directories is x equal to h plus or minus a by e. And listen, this length, all the lengths will be same for both the type. Now the second type, it is y square by a square minus x square by b square equal to 1. Here the center is origin and the transverse axis will be along the y axis. The diagram will be like this. Instead of opening left and right, the parabola will be opened upward and downward. Okay, two parabolas are together and it is said to be a hyperbola here. This is second type. And here the center is origin. The vertices are 0 comma plus or minus a. Then foci is 0 comma plus or minus ae. Then other formulas are equation of directories is y equal to plus or minus a by e. Equation of lattice rectum y equal to plus or minus ae. Then or you can write this ae as c. So y equal to plus or minus c. If the center is not origin means this second type will become like this. Y minus k the whole square by a square minus x minus h the whole square by b square equal to 1. Here the center h comma k is not origin and the transverse axis is parallel to y axis. So the diagram will be like this. Okay, it will be opened upward and downward. First you will mark the x-axis, y-axis and center, origin. Center is not origin. First we will mark origin. After that we will mark the center. At this point another set of axes, x dash, y dash. Then you can draw the curve. It will be opened up and down like this. So you can see the formulas. So what formulas we learned for the first type? The same set of formulas only we have here. So the center is equal to h comma k is the center. And vertices, if you see in the first type, this plus or minus a will be added in the x place. That is along with the h. But in the second type, this plus or minus a will be added with the y value. Okay, that is the k value. H comma k plus or minus a. Then 4k is h comma k plus or minus ae. Everything will be added along with the k value. First type means everything will be added along the h value, x value. Or h comma k plus or minus c. Equation of directories is y equal to k plus or minus a by e. Then equation of lattice rectums y equal to k plus or minus ae or y equal to k plus or minus c. Now we can see the sums. Exercise 5.2 question number 3. Find the equation of the hyperbola in each of the following cases given below. So you have to find the equation of hyperbola. The first subdivision is 4k is given, plus or minus 2, 0. Eccentricity is also given. The diagram is not compulsory here. So we have to identify which type it is. Okay. So 4k is plus or minus 2, 0. So it is of which type? That is the first type, and the center is origin because the focus is of the form plus or minus ae, 0. Okay. So you can say the center is origin and the transverse axis along the x-axis. So the equation will be of this form. X square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1. So you can mark it as equation 1. I said no, 4k is of this form, plus or minus ae, 0. If we have 0 for any one of the coordinate, the other value will be ae only. Okay. So this is our ae value. So now we know the value of e. E is given in the question. It is 3 by 2. So you can cross multiply it. 4 by this 3. So a equal to this. From this our a square value is 16 by 9. You can find the value of b square. This is the formula. B square is equal to a square into a square minus 1. So a square value is 16 by 9 into e square. E value is 3 by 2. So it is the 9 by 4 minus 1. You can take the LCM. 9 minus 4 it is 5. 5 by 4 you can cancel 1 4. So it is 20 by 9. B square is equal to 20 by 9. Replace the value of a square and b square in first equation. So like this you will get, and this 9 you can take it to the numerator. So 9 x square by 16 minus 9 y square by 20 equal to 1 is the answer. Now the second subdivision. The center is 2, 1. One of the foci is 8, 1. And the corresponding directrix is x equal to 4. So listen, the center is not origin, isn't it? And one of the focus is given as x equal to 1. And the directrix is given as x equal to 4. So directrix means x is equal to some value is coming, means it will be first type only. Okay. So you can draw the diagram. X-axis and y-axis are given. You can mark the origin. After that you mark the center. Center is 2, 1. At this point you draw another one axis x dash y dash. Then directrix is given. It is x equal to 4. So for center the x value is 2, isn't it? So after that only x equal to 4 you will get. So you draw a line like this and you mark it as x equal to 4. Now you see this this axis, that is, this is said to be our transverse axis where we have the center. Okay, center and foci. Foci also, focus also you can mark it as 8, 1. So the axis where we have the center and focus is said to be the transverse axis. And the point where this transverse axis and the directrix are intersecting, you can mark it as Z. Okay, usually you will denote this as Z, and this coordinates you have to find out. So how we are going to find this coordinate is, so everything that is this x value is 4. Okay, then y value if you see means this line is y equal to 1. For everything you see center and focus, y value is 1. So y value is 1 here. X value is this 4, y value is 1. So now we can find the distance between center and this point Z. So here you see how we can do is from the diagram what you can say is the transverse axis is parallel to x-axis. So it will be of the first type only, but the center is not origin. So the equation will be like this. Now we can find the distance between the center and the focus. Generally when we take the distance between center and one of the focus, it will be AE. Okay, and it is equal to, you can use the distance formula here for center and focus. So how you can find this distance easily? The y values are same. So you can remove that, subtract the x values. 2 minus 8, it is minus 6. You can make it as positive. So it will become 6. Next you can find the distance between C and Z. That is the distance between center and the directrix. Its the general value is A by E. Okay, so A by E equal to, now you can find the distance between the center and directrix. So Y values are same, you can remove, subtract the X values. 2 minus 4, it is minus 2, make it positive, so it will become 2. Now you can multiply both the equation. So AE into A by E is equal to here 6 into 2. So this E you can cancel. A into A, it is A square. A square is equal to 12. Now you can find B square. B square is equal to A square into E square minus 1. You can take this A square inside. So A square E square minus A square. AE value we know. That is AE value is 6. So A square E square means it is equal to what? 6 square means 36. So 36 minus A square value is 12 we have here. When you subtract it, it will be 24. So we know the value of A square as well as B square. You can replace it here. And H comma K is the center. The center is also given in the question. It is 2 comma 1. So when we replace everything, you'll get the answer like this. X minus 2 the whole square by 12 minus Y minus 1 the whole square by 24 is equal to 1. Now you can see the third subdivision. We have to find the equation of the hyperbola passing through 5 comma minus 2 and length of the transverse axis along the x-axis, and the length of this transverse axis is 8. So it is given the transverse axis along the x-axis. So it will be first type and the center will be origin. So center is equal to 0 comma 0. The equation of the hyperbola will be of this form: x square by a square minus y square by b square is equal to 1. So you have to find the value of a square and b square. It is given the length of the transverse axis is 8. For the length of transverse axis, the formula is 2a. 2a is equal to 8 means a is equal to 4. From this you can find a square. A square is equal to 16. Now replace the value of a square here in first equation. So x square by a square is 16 minus y square by b square equal to 1. Then it is given the hyperbola passes through this point 5 comma minus 2. So replace this point in equation 2. Instead of x you put 5, instead of y minus 2. So the second equation becomes 5 square, it is 25 by 16 minus y square minus 2 the whole square, it is 4 by b square equal to 1. Now you take this 25 by 16 to the next side, it will become 1 minus 25 by 16. So you can take the LCM. It is 16 minus 25 means minus 9 by 16. You can cancel minus on both the side. You can cross multiply it. So here 16 into 4 is 64. Here 9b square you will get. From this b square is 64 by 9. So we know the value of a square and b square now. You can replace it in equation 1. X square by a square value is 16 minus y square by b square value is 64 by 9 equal to 1. This 9 you can take it to the numerator. So x square by 16 minus 9y square by 64 is equal to 0. Question number 5. Identify the type of conic and find center, foci, vertices and directrices of each of the following. So here we have one equation. First you have to say which type of conic is this. So if you have minus in between means it will be a hyperbola only, and it is first type. If you have x square first means it will be first type. If you have y square first means that will be second type. So here this represents a hyperbola. This line you have to write, for this you have mark. It represents a hyperbola with the transverse axis along the x-axis. And here the center will be origin, and what we have here, this will be our a square value, this is b square value. A square is equal to 25, a is 5. We will not put minus 5. A means the distance, a, b and all will be the distance only, so it will be positive. Then b square is 144. From this our b value is 12. Now you can find e. E is equal to root of 1 plus b square by a square. It is equal to root of 1 plus 144 by 25. You can take the LCM. So it is root of 169 by 25. It is equal to 13 by 5. Now this is our E value. E is equal to 13 by 5. You can find AE. AE means A value is 5 into E value is 13 by 5. You can cancel this 5. You will get 13. A by E value is A is 5 divided by E value is 13 by 5. This 5 you can take it to the numerator. It will become 25 by 13. Now we are finding the vertices. Vertices is equal to plus or minus A comma 0 is the formula for the first type. So it is equal to plus or minus A value is 5 comma 0. Next foci. Foci is plus or minus AE comma 0. So it is plus or minus AE value is 13 we have here. 13 comma 0. Equation of directories is x equal to plus or minus A by E. So our A by E value is 25 by 13. Replace it here. Okay. So now we can draw the diagram. So first you have to draw the x-axis, y-axis. This is the center origin. Mark the vertices 5 comma 0 minus 5 comma 0. Then foci 13 comma 0 minus 13 comma 0. Then draw a hyperbola passing through the vertices. Okay, that is like this you will get a hyperbola, and here only we will have the directories x equal to 25 by 13, and here it is x equal to minus 25 by 13. When we divide 25 by 13, you will get 1 point something, no? So that lies before this 5. Vertices means 5 comma 0. So